Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to leave your comments, or you guys can shoot me an email if you want to, if you have any questions or queries. So let's get down to business. This video, I wanted to speak about what I meant by in my previous video. In my previous video, I stated that I had complications in the beginning of my pregnancy. So basically what I meant by that is that when I found out that I was pregnant, my first ultrasound that I went to do after telling my boyfriend at the time, etc., that I was pregnant, I found out during the first ultrasound that I had what you'd call, let me make sure I pronounce this properly, a bicornuate womb. So basically that means that my womb was basically in the shape of a heart, kind of, my uterus. Yeah. So the doctor explained to me that there's a slight chance that my baby would not survive because of the shape of my uterus. Like, it would be hard to carry the baby the full term because of the shape of my uterus. And he also mentioned to me that the fact that my iron seemed to be extremely low, it would be hard as well. So finding out that, and after he explained to me what it meant, I did not know what to do. Like, I always wanted kids, but finding out that I was pregnant was a bit unexpected. And the way that my boyfriend took the information made me a lot more comfortable and made me want to have that child more. When I told my boyfriend at the time that I was pregnant, he literally screamed and picked me off the floor and spin me around, and he was so excited. So I was like, yeah, this baby is gonna be in like a loving home and happy and all that shit. And I felt like I wanted this child more than anything in the world. And to find out a couple days later that there's a chance that the baby would not survive, I didn't exactly take it well. Like, for starters, I didn't tell my boyfriend that I was going to get the ultrasound done. Why? I am not exactly sure. Like, I just felt, I've grown up basically doing everything on my own, so I automatically went and got the ultrasound done on my own. I shouldn't have, but I did. And after doing the ultrasound and getting home, I still hadn't told him anything yet. It was only when we were about to go to bed, he realized that I was in some kind of funk, and I burst out crying, and he was like, what's up? And I told him, showed him the paper. He was pissed that I went to get the first baby ultrasound done without him, but he was more broken to see how I was. Like, I was literally crying nonstop. Like, I didn't sleep that night. I didn't know what to do. I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, I am pregnant and I'm gonna lose this child. Like, what am I going to do? I did not tell my mom as yet, because we wanted to be in the clear of like 3 months or whatever before telling my mom anything or telling his parents. So I didn't see anything as yet. So I had no one to go to speak to about this besides my boyfriend and the doctor. And the doctor, you guys know doctors, like, they care about you, but they're just your doctor. So I spoke to him. He told me that everything was gonna be okay. Like, he gave me extra love that night, and I was crying. Like, okay, so I went to bed with him that night, and I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I burst out crying in the middle of the night. Like, I just couldn't understand this. Like, why would God give me a positive test, allow me how do I put it? Why would God allow me the opportunity, the blessing to be pregnant, and then only to have it taken away just because my uterus is shaped like a heart? Like, I did not really get it. I didn't know what to do. But then, after stressing myself over it a lot, I ended up traveling for some work stuff, and I got a second ultrasound done while I was in the UK. 1 second. So I went and got a second ultrasound done while I was in the UK, and that ultrasound, no matter how much I was busy panicking the past couple of weeks and all that stuff, went to get that ultrasound done, told the woman in the ultrasound room that, well, the doctor in St. Lucia, what's going on right here? The doctor in St. Lucia told me that I had a bicornuate uterus, and the woman did the ultrasound. She said, well, everything's fine. I told her, what do you mean? She told me, my love, you have no issues with your uterus. The baby is healthy. Everything is going good. So I was like, huh? I was like, but I have the results from the test in St. Lucia. So what exactly is going on? Like, and then she was like, well, maybe at the time that the doctor did the ultrasound, maybe it was too early to detect. So your uterus was still kind of small. So he may have misinterpreted. Yo. As much as I was over the moon that there was nothing wrong with my baby and nothing wrong with my uterus, I was like, you little... What? I was done panicking. I panicked for like weeks. I panicked for a good while, crying myself to sleep every night. Ended up in a bunch of arguments with my boyfriend because he just couldn't understand why I was crying so much, and he kept telling me it would be okay, and I just didn't believe that it would be okay. So the two of us ended up arguing a shit ton, only to hear that the doctor previously maybe misdiagnosed. Yo, I was a mess. But I was over the moon, and I literally started crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is some great news. So my baby was perfectly fine, and I ended up leaving there and coming back to St. Lucia and refusing to go and see that doctor again because I was like, you misdiagnosed me the first time. It ain't gonna happen again. So got to St. Lucia, got a new doctor, and yeah, that was it. So I was like, by that time, I was like 2 months pregnant, a little over 2 months pregnant. And then the following week, lo and behold, something else happened that ended up basically breaking me a little bit further. After hearing that I had a bicornuate uterus and the doctor overseas telling me that I didn't, I felt like everything was good. I was all in the clear. I was, I could have done whatever the hell I wanted, go on with my life as normal, have a healthy pregnancy, until a week later, shit happens.